Alright, so what do we got this time?
You mean there's a demon out here? More of an evil spirit incarnate.
We have a 1988 kinda slasher flick inspired by Native American lore, where all the actors were paid with college credit, and one critic described as not entirely useless. This is Demon Warrior.
This is Angel.
That nice young lady, as you heard, is Angel, and as you can tell by the size of the blur box, she has tremendous acting talent. The man underneath her is Haas Miller. Problem is, Angel has a boyfriend named Billy that we only get a slight glimpse of. Rounding out the cast is the happy couple of Sarah and Neil.
Neil,
Okay, I heard you.
I guess you're not going to call your parents?
I'll call.
Badger, who is not long for this world and doesn't have much of a storyline.
Okay. Well, I shouldn't be too long. Unless, of course, I run into a little country split tail.
And Brent, who is Sarah's ex and makes no secret that he's still in love with her and trying to steal her back on this vacation.
I guess it doesn't matter. I just thought that since I'm at Tech, maybe we could spend more time together.
Well, sure we can. I mean, what are friends for?
Sarah, you're missing the point. I feel like you're more than just a friend to me.
So what is this vacation? What's going on? Well, Neil's family owns a bunch of hunting land and they're going to go bird hunting. The problem is that normally Neil's dad leases out the land every year, but every 10 years a Native American demon curse is enacted that kills anyone hunting on the land. So in order to make the locals shut the hell up, Dad didn't lease out the land this year. And everybody in the movie will not shut up about it.
Anyway, I guess he doesn't want to take any chances, so he's just not leasing it.
So we, the few, the brave, have come to battle the demon warrior from hell.
What's this all about? Well, it sounds like the ghost story you slept through on the way here.
I'll tell you, you kids just ought to go on back home now. Wait till next year.
You know, there have been a few unfortunate accidents out there. A lot of folks around here kind of spooked, this being the 10th year and all.
Yeah, that demon warrior stuff's a bunch of crap. The only reason he didn't lease it is because he didn't want to piss off a bunch of superstitious townspeople.
All this talk about demons and all Brent's talk about trying to steal Sarah back causes the first night for Sarah to have a nightmare where both things happen.
That's just it. I told Neil. I told him everything.
What? Where is he?
He left, but he said everything's okay.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. I'll explain everything in the morning.
What did you say to him?
What's wrong?
Once all the demon talk is done and everybody understands exactly what's going on, bodies do start to fall pretty fast and furious.
Neil's gonna take it. But first he'll probably want to kill me. House Miller, help me!
We are quickly running out of characters, so we have to add a new one, with a character just named Indian. He is an investment banker whose dad taught him about demon hunting, and his father believed that the curse being on the land for so long was wrong, and he wants to kill the demon and lift the curse once and for all. I told you that in 20 seconds. He takes like 5 minutes.
You've never done this thing before?
No, but
Well, then what makes you
I
think...
know the history and culture of my heritage. It was passed on to me by my father. He taught me well.
They were cruel men. Them that run the ships. Company men.
My father felt that the curse on this land was wrong. That it had gone on long enough.
The captain gave me this the first time I sailed the Horn.
He came here with a sacred arrowhead passed down by my grandfather that will dispel the curse of the demon.
That joke was for one person. Hi. This movie can't all be long speeches and death, though. They must run. And they run a lot. While they run, I can tell you about some other movies I've watched that I'm not going to do full reviews on, but I can talk about a little bit here. Last night I watched A Vigilante, which is a movie where they put makeup on Olivia Wilde to make her look ugly. It does not work. She is a badass who goes around beating the shit out of abusive husbands that she meets in support groups, and is unstoppable until suddenly she's just turned into a mouse again. Her husband shows up, and she's helpless around him. She goes from destroying grown men in tons of these boxing scenes and workout scenes, and then he shows up and he just beats the hell out of her, and she just sits there and lets him. Eventually, of course, she does turn it around and end up winning. But by that point, I was so down on the character, I really didn't care if she won or not. On Netflix, if you even know how to play chess a little bit, you should watch Queen's Gambit. It's really, really good. It was based on a book written in the 80s that Heath Ledger planned on making into a movie before his death. He was already in pre-production, so never got it done. But it's a series now. It's like 8 episodes, and it's really good. So I would totally recommend checking that out. Oh, something's actually going to happen in this movie, so we'll go back to the movie now. After tripping over Brent during one of these running scenes, and him with his dying breath declaring his love to Sarah, we are down to just Neil, Sarah, and Indian as we enter the final battle against the Demon Warrior.
God, he's here! He's on the clear! God. He's down! This is it!
Great job, bro. Your 10 years of training worked out perfectly. Overall, it's not a great movie, and the reviewer who said it's not completely useless was probably right. But at least in this movie, unlike a lot of horror movies, the characters at least have some urgency, at least they have some storyline. The only two that don't, Badger and Angel, are killed off immediately. And we're left with Hostetter, who is trying to figure out with himself whether banging a woman with a boyfriend is okay or not. I'll get to that at the end. And we have Neil and Sarah, with Brent trying to get Sarah to break up with Neil to be with him again. This movie was directed by Frank Patterson, who basically has done nothing of note since. It's written by, among other people, who are in this movie, a man named Mark Baird, who does tons of shorts. He had 3 out last year. The man still's out there writing stuff that no one watches, but at least he's trying. And if this channel's any indication, that's half the fucking battle. As for the cast and crew of this one, the cast, according to an anonymous user on IMDb who claims he was the actor that played the demon, everyone else in this movie acted for college credit, and none of them did anything again. Except for the guy who played Neil, Wiley M. Pickett. He still acts. In the last 3 years, he has been in multiple TV shows for NBC and USA, The Last Ship, Young Sheldon, Westworld, Magnum PI, NCIS LA, 911. The man is still out there working for NBC, so good for him. Thank you for watching. As always, I shall try to do better next time. Here is a bonus clip where Brent and Hostetler argue over whether strippers are whores because Hostetler can't settle down and Brent is pining after a woman in another relationship.
I'm sorry, it's just the more I think about you and Sarah, the madder I get.
Hey, I don't want to hear about it, okay? Besides, you're one to be talking Mr. Morality.
Okay, I chase ass, but I don't screw people around.
Oh, yeah? Who's that you were running from yesterday? Face it, Hassmiller, you'll sleep with any slut that comes along.
She's not a slut.
Then you have the audacity to talk to me about an old girlfriend.
She's not a slut.
She takes her clothes off for a living. What's it make her, a nun?
She's not a slut.
I don't know. To me, that makes her a slut.
Yeah, well, you don't know.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck me. Oh, that's good, Brent. Tell you what, I could use a good fuck right now, but instead I'm talking to a brainless son of a bitch.